have the biggest smile on my face. It's been probably like 3 weeks, which is crazy, since I've posted a video. In fact, I think that's the longest I've probably ever gone. I had the amazing opportunity to travel for this month of March, which was just insane. I'm sad that it's over, but I'm also happy it's over because it was crazy, guys. It was insane. In the span of 3 weeks, I went from LA to Atlanta and then all the way to Paris, France, which was just like the most amazing experience ever. I did film some videos, but I just did not have time to edit them, and I couldn't do it. I legit had no time. In fact, I was supposed to go to a Pentatonics concert and I couldn't even make that concert because I just didn't have any time, which really sucks. That was my Christmas present. But besides that, it was all worth it. I had so much fun. Actually, while I was traveling, I was inspired to make this video, and like I said, I have other videos filmed, but I really wanted to get this one out first, and that is how to travel with natural hair. Through all of these experiences, I'm kind of learning what I need to pack and how I need to get my hair ready. And I've traveled with my hair, but it used to be a lot easier without the color because I would just put a twist out and be done with it. But my twist outs are not reliable anymore because of my hair color, which I'm growing out. And so now I have to, I guess, style my hair but prepare for the worst. And preparing for the worst means making sure that I have everything in my suitcase to fix the worst if it happens. So whenever I'm traveling, I want to try and do as much at home to my hair as possible. I've gone to the airport with twists in my hair and a beanie cap, which is ideal. Lately I've been going with just my hair in a stretched curl former that was set the night before, and then it would be nice and fresh, and then when I get to my destination I can style it however I want. I've also traveled in Bantu knots, which is not ideal because if you go through TSA, you gotta take off your hat, and that is not a good look. No. That is not a good look. One time I had Bantu knots and I went through TSA pre. In the United States, it's basically where like you don't have to do a lot of the regular screening. I didn't have to take off my shoes, I didn't have to take off my hat, I didn't have to take off my coat, I didn't have to take off anything. Like I was like, what? I just like walked through and I had Bantu knots under my hat, and my hat legit, I'm not even lying, my hat was like this. There's like little things poking out everywhere, and I'm just like, really? You're just gonna let me through like this? Like, this is the one time where if TSA wanted to touch my hair or take off my hat or whatever, I would have totally understood. Like, I could have been hiding knives under there. It was like poking out everywhere. You know what I mean? It looked like there were weapons under there. Like, that Bantu knot was serious. I was shocked. I was like, I just walked through like, okay. But it was great because I really didn't want to take off my hat because it would have been really embarrassing. But I also just had to side eye TSA for that. Like, I didn't feel safe because that could have been a weapon situation. Like, I could have had mad weapons up in there. You know? So those are all the ways that I like to travel, and I just try to do the most that I can beforehand before I get on that plane. So I want to give you two scenarios. One scenario is if, you know, it's just like a day trip or a couple of days or whatever, then I'll just try and stuff everything into a small carry-on bag. In that case, you still want to make sure that you have your hair products. You can't pack full-size containers on a carry-on. They only allow a very small amount. And then the second scenario is if you have to pack a lot of stuff and you do have to check a bag, you can fit a lot more in there and you can be a lot more prepared. So yeah, I want to talk about the carry-ons first. I like to have my little travel container case. It doesn't have to be clear. It's easier to get through TSA if you just pack it in one of these like little clear airplane bags. And I get a lot of my bags and containers from the Container Store, which is the actual name of a store where it has like a bunch of containers. You can even go to like Target or Walmart or whatever. So whatever style I'm wearing, I want to bring supporting products with me. And so again, I try to be as minimal as possible. It was a lot easier before because I would only do twist outs, but now I'm doing twist outs, wash and goes, flexi rod sets, doing a little bit of everything with this hair, just trying to really figure out which is my favorite style. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen like a bunch of different things going on there. I'm just trying out everything. So nowadays I have to pack a lot more than I used to. I just like to either check my large container in my suitcase or just fill up these little containers with whatever I have at home. You're really only allowed to have 3-ounce containers of product, but obviously that's not enough for our hair and not for me anyway. So I actually go with the 4-ounce containers, and I've never gotten stopped with these. It's not like they're measuring, they're really just looking for a small container. So try to get the largest container you can that looks small, and they'll let you through with that. So this is kind of my typical carry-on. Of course, I have my shea butter cream, and that used to be all I would pack was just shea butter. and that was it, because if I needed to touch up a twist out or whatever, I just use the water from the sink at the hotel and then just do my shea butter and a satin cap and I was good. But now things have changed. I might want to do a wash and go, so I have my conditioner of choice. I also like to bring a little flaxseed gel, and of course my sealing oil that I use for not only my hair but also my body. And then of course I have to have an edge control. So like I said, I like to pack it all in a water resistant clear plastic case, which, you know, will protect my clothes and all that, but I don't trust this fully, so I like to double bag it. So I like to just put each product in its own individual bag. That way if it explodes, then the other products aren't affected by it. I'll just put my plastic case into my carry-on along with my satin scarf for bed. I have been known to either bring a pack of curl formers with me, or if I'm doing a flexi rod set, I'll just toss the curl formers out of this pack and put flexi rods in here instead, and that'll go into my carry-on as well. And then because you never know what situation you're gonna find yourself in, you might end up having more time or less time. And I always seem to have to rush when I'm traveling for whatever reason, so I always like to make sure that I have my flexible hooded dryer. You guys have seen me use it before in other videos. You know, just put it over your head and over your rollers. It has this little opening at the end that hooks onto a blow dryer. So I like to bring this, and then I also like to pack a blow dryer, and then I'm good to go. And that's everything that I bring in my carry-on. It just kind of keeps me safe. It gives me options. And yes, you can bring a blow dryer in a carry-on bag. I've done it multiple times and that is totally fine. Okay, so if you find that you have to check a bag, that's actually a great opportunity to bring any full-size products that you need. For example, I mean, I don't need to bring a full-size product of any styling cream or whatever, like shea butter. I don't need a full-size container of that, but I might need a full-size container of conditioner depending on how long I'm staying in my destination. If I'm going swimming a lot and I'm gonna need to wash my hair more than once, I'm probably gonna need a full-size container because I do a lot of co-washing. Again, you can go to the container store, grab one of these plastic cases, and you can get it as small or as large as you want, but I like to keep all of my hair products and hair tools in their own separate cases in my suitcase, just to keep everything organized so it's not all falling around throughout the suitcase and mixing in with my clothes and all that kind of stuff. So get as many as these plastic containers as you need, and I like to group them into hair tools and then styling products. These are actually really great because they fit all of my full-size products. Not that I bring them all, but it's great to have that space. Just for this video, I'm showing you that I fit a full-size container of my conditioner, also some hair sheen in here, and again, I like to double bag everything with freezer bags, just so that if one of them does explode, it's self-contained and it doesn't get into my other hair products. Some other things I like to bring with me are hair clips. Make sure you have hair clips. I like to bring at least 3. I like to bring a plastic cap just in case I'm doing a wash and go and I want to preserve it for the next day. If I find myself in a deep conditioning rut, you never know. Put some more edge control in here just to show that it fits larger containers. Now this is my little kind of nasty looking plastic bag. This is actually a makeup bag. These are basically all my supporting characters. So I have my bobby pins in here, my little ribbon ties, you know, any type of little hair clips that I might find myself needing. All of that goes into my little pink container, and that goes right into my hair product bag as well. So you just fill that up with any of the hair products that you want and you put that into your suitcase. And then I also, of course, pack my blow dryer, and again, my hooded dryer goes in there. If I am checking a bag, then I take the opportunity for all that space and I bring my diffuser, because if I'm doing a wash and go, it's just a lot easier if I have my diffuser as well as the air nozzle to get that perfect wash and go that you're looking to get. Now this is something that I do not bring onto my carry-on because I'm not sure that it will make it through TSA. Honestly, a curling wand, it looks a little dangerous, so I've never tried to bring it with me. But if you do have a checked bag, then use the opportunity to pack it. It's just really great to have in a clutch. Recently I went to Paris and I didn't have a lot of time. I had a slight emergency the night before the event, so I didn't have time to do my hair, which is kind of ridiculous. So I ended up doing a quick bantu knot, and I didn't really like how it came out the next morning, so I really wish that I had this curling wand just to like kind of make some pieces more defined, and I would have been more comfortable wearing it out, but I didn't have it, and so I just wore it back. So it's just nice to have a curling wand in the clutch in case you are doing a curl former set or a flexi rod set or a bantu knot and it doesn't come out the way that you want. And obviously this is for if you're like going to a special event or somewhere where your hair needs to look a certain way. Yeah, I mean, if I'm just going on vacation with my family, then I probably wouldn't be bringing the curling wand, and I probably wouldn't care to bring the blow dryer or the hooded cap. I would probably just bring my little hair products and be okay with that. But in the case where you are going somewhere special, bring a curling wand because it's always a good clutch in for any hairstyle that you're doing. So put that in your bag as well. So let me think, anything else? Make sure your hair is styled as much as possible. How to pack your carry-on, how to pack your checked bag. Just make sure you have your clutch pliers, your clutch hair tools, your clutch hair products. So I hope that this helps you know what to pack and how to pack. If you plan on traveling with your natural hair, it can be as simple or as complicated as you want. Don't make the mistakes that I've made in the past. You don't want to have crazy hairstyle pictures floating around the internet that you can never take away. And again, like I said, I only do all this if I'm going to like hair events. If I'm just going with family, it's just my little carry-on bag with like some gel and some shea butter and I'm good to go. But I'm happy to be back and I missed you guys, and enough rambling. I will see you in the next one. Bye. So good to be back, guys. If you missed my last video, click the link to the left to see my DIY hot oil treatment. And if you want to see some clips from my travel over the last couple of weeks, click the link to the right to be transferred to my almost daily vlog channel. Alright, I'll see you guys there. Bye.